Hello YouTube, it's Priscilla, and today I am here to do a late February wrap-up, which is going to be really small, and then I'm going to do my March TBR. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, first, for my February wrap-up, I didn't read very much in February, as I've mentioned in previous videos. I went through a reading slump. I had other stuff I was dealing with too, and so not a lot of reading got done, but I did read 2 books, and they were both very good books. The first book I read was Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. It's a very good book. The only other book I've read by Sarah Dessen is Lock and Key, which I liked. I liked Lock and Key, but I liked this one even better, particularly because of Eli. Eli was just a great character. I don't know, I just really liked him. So he sort of made the book for me. Moving on, the other book I read in February was Rump, The True Story of Rumpelstiltskin by Liesl Shirtliff. Really good book. Definitely a book that I would recommend. It is a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin with Rumpelstiltskin as the protagonist, and it gives a very interesting explanation for the sort of deals that Rumpelstiltskin makes. It talks a lot about names and destiny and all that, and it's a children's book. It's pretty short, it's really easy to read, and I would totally recommend this book. If you love fairy tale retellings, this is definitely worth picking up. It's great. Okay, so now on to the TBR portion of our video. There are 4 books that I really want to read in March, and I might read more than that. And as usual with my TBRs, it might change, unfortunately, because that's kind of how I am sometimes about TBRs. Sometimes I'll be really good about reading the books on the TBR, and sometimes I'll decide I want to read something else. But either way, here's my goal. The first book that I would really like to read in March is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. This is a classic. Most people know what this is about. It's about a girl named Mary who has lost her parents and comes to live in a big manor, and she finds a garden and begins to work on it, and it's like a secret garden, as the title implies, and as she works in the garden, her attitude and health begins to change. So I have read it before when I was very little, but I'd really like to reread it. It's basically going to be like rereading it for the first time. Next is one you guys are probably surprised I haven't read yet. Considering I've been talking about it since I started this channel. It is The Selection Stories by Kiera Cass. It has The Prince and the Guard in it, which are both novellas. And it also has a sneak peek to the one in it, I believe. And the reason I haven't read this yet is that sometimes I love a book so much and I'm looking forward to the series so much that like I put off reading it because I'm like, I don't know, I guess I don't want like that excitement to end, or also I don't think I wanted my heart smashed over something that will go on with Maxon in this book or something. But I'm finally gonna read it, and I know it's gonna be amazing. Even if there's tears, it's still going to be amazing. The next book I want to read in March, and this one I will actually be picking up pretty soon, is Rumpelstiltskin by Jenny James. I don't know if this has been on another TBR of mine, but I didn't read it yet, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. And this one is definitely going to get read this month, because the other book that I want to read, I've actually already started and I'm close to finishing, is Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. And this one is going to get its own video, most likely, so I'm probably not going to say too much about this, but it is a retelling of Cinderella. This was one of my favorite childhood books, and it's been so much fun to come back and reread it as an adult and experience it that way. And I have to say that I am still impressed with this book. I still love it, even as an adult. So that's great. Anyways, that is my February wrap up and my March TBR. What are the books you're reading this month? What did you read last month? Are any of you experiencing a reading slump similar to what I've experienced? Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you real soon.